Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I've got your gameplay for the Panther II. This is a currently rank 4 battle rating 7.0 medium tank in the German Ground Forces tech tree. This is a very interesting vehicle because, of course, it was removed from War Thunder with version 1.91. So this, along with the Tiger II 10.5, Flak Panzer Coelian, as well as, of course, the mouse, were all removed at that point. And the only thing that we actually see coming back, at least with some regularity, is the mouse. The Panther II, the Tiger 10.5, and the Flak Panzer have not come back yet, unfortunately. And we have some people, I know personally, in some of my comments, that have said, well, Tankenstein, you shouldn't be making gameplay on vehicles that can't come back. It's like, the further we get away from 1.91, right? Like, the fewer people actually have this vehicle, and the rarer it is. I want to preserve this vehicle, and personally, I like playing this vehicle. It's a really cool piece of, like, what-if history. I mean, the Germans, at least in part, made a Panther II. It wasn't a whole thing, but they made a Panther II. Again, at least a partial Panther II. So, it's a very interesting thing in my opinion, even if this one is likely a totally incorrect one, because I think in real life, this was supposed to have a 75mm cannon after they decided that the 88 was just not going to work. But that being said, this is a very interesting vehicle, as you can imagine. This has night vision, believe it or not. The Germans had something, if I'm not mistaken, it was the Vampire, maybe that was like their early night vision, I think it was, and they mounted it to the top of this, and yeah, this is Gen 1 night vision, so a very interesting tank indeed. So that being said, let's go ahead, use this thing in battle. I am stoked. We have a rangefinder, again, the 88mm over 230mm of armor pen, so this thing can roll. That said, let's get into it with the Panther II. So as you could see in the stat card before, this actually is a fairly mobile Panther. It's got a very nice suspension, as most German vehicles did, and essentially has the small-term turret that was mounted on the Panther F, which by itself, I think the Panther F, I mean, it was a bit further in the production process. Like, they gave up on the Panther II and then decided to go on the more mild upgrade for the Panther F, or what was the Panther F. But, yeah, I mean, the Panther F was never, I think it was never fielded by the end of World War II, interestingly enough. Okay, we have an enemy. Had an enemy. That was really lucky. I didn't actually see where I shot through that guy, but got the driver and transmission. Should I... You know what? I've got the 88. I should be able to go right through the front of that, right? Yes, I can. Very nice. So I think I might be stuck here, unfortunately. This is not a spot I want to be stuck in. But overall, the Panther II, this is, again, one of those vehicles I really wish maybe they would bring back in conjunction with the mouse. Just once. You know, whether next year, whenever. Doesn't really matter. It's just a really cool piece of War Thunder history, at least in my opinion. Okay, we have ourselves an enemy over there. He definitely knows that I'm an enemy, but that was a T-34-100, totally ill-equipped to fight me. As was that M46. There we go, that 88mm. Freaking catastrophic. I was going to say a catastrophe cannon. Oh boy. Woo! Got lucky there. Do we have another enemy? Where now? I was just totally ignoring that other person. Oh, ugly. I think that was an M46 Tiger. Or M48 Tiger, rather. Maybe the M46? I'm not entirely sure. I love the suspension on this thing, by the way. It is fantastic for shooting on the move. All Panther tanks, in my opinion, have a phenomenal suspension, and I actually mentioned that in my gameplay guide for them. Got the kill! Okay, let's move on to the next match. Don't you hate that when you fire a shot when you're being killed, and it says that you didn't get the shot? Let's see where that goes. Oh, that was a Heat FS. Okay, let's get into the next match. Not too bad. Now, the great thing about this vehicle is that you can pretty much play it how you want. I mean, I wouldn't really necessarily recommend it as a brawler, just because... Well, that's not foreshadowing. I wouldn't really recommend playing this as a brawler simply because I just don't feel like it necessarily has the turret strength for it, but the overall... Whoa! Whoa! I got me a whatchamacallit kill. Anyways, but the overall hull and hull shape is not too bad. Okay, I'm going to go for this guy here, a T-44, perhaps it is. Once he comes up, got that kill. Nice, got 3 kills real quick. I've been noticing I've been getting quick kills with this. Don't really want to sit up here because I think that was an AMX or an AML 30 or 90 rather that shot through my buddy, which is obviously not ideal. But overall, I mean, this is a fantastic vehicle, and you know, at the very end, I'll show you guys maybe like what Gen 1 thermals look like, because I feel like that's night vision rather, because I feel like that's a very uncommon thing in this game. Okay, I see him right there. Got the kill. And we also had... Okay, that guy's dead now. Let's see if we can go ahead and cap C or get something done here. But not too bad. 4 kills. Absorbed a few shots. Wayward shots, really. This is almost, in a way, kind of like a faster, more lightly armored Tiger II. And I did confirm. I forgot. But it does have the same exact name. So this is the KWK-43, which is the same as what we have on, you know, on the Tiger II. Okay, we have an enemy way off there in the distance. And we also have one down here. Got that kill. Very lucky on my part. But we do have some enemies way off there, so I'm going to try to shoot them if I can. Okay, there he is. I really should be using the rangefinder for this, but I knew it. I knew I should have faith in my own aiming. Let's see if we can hit him one more time. Now, this does have a decent enough explosive filler load in it. Ah, and there we go from the side. So we have 5 kills, 1 cap in a relatively quick amount of time. Let's get into another match, see what we can do. But I mean, like, I've been getting some... Oh, and a kill assist there. I've been getting some really quick kills with this thing in a short period of time. So let's just go talk tactics or strengths and weaknesses. But probably like a mix, right, of pretty much everything here. And, you know, I really don't want to do it where my gameplay is at the point where it's just like, bang, boom, I got a kill, haha, flexing. That sort of thing. You know, I actually want there to be some level of substance to it. And thus, here I am. Now, when it comes down to this vehicle, again, the Panther II is at present not available to purchase, to unlock in War Thunder. Now, what I will say is that it does play similarly to the other Panthers in War Thunder. Just because it's the Panther II doesn't really make it all too different. This is probably most similar to the Panther F, which is, you know, it's good. It's just basically a Panther F on steroids, for lack of a better way of saying it. And so this is a fast vehicle, very fast as a matter of fact, relatively speaking. So, like, one of the great things with German vehicles is that they tend to have great suspensions, and this is no different. And so because of that, it has just excellent ability to fire on the move, fire at slow speed, high speed sometimes, and hit relatively often. We have a few enemies. Really? Really? Hopefully this guy... Oh, he sees me. He sees me. Woo, buddy. So, there's a whole lot of good with this. Ooh, he just turned up. And he turned at the last second. So, you know, there's a lot of strengths and weaknesses, I guess you could say, with this vehicle. And so, I would say for strengths, it's got really good armament. Not absolutely fantastic, but definitely very good. I mean, I just shot right through the upper frontal plate of that M46 at a range. It's got good muzzle velocity, 1,000 meters per second for this type of shell. At, you know, from this era, no less. very, very good. It's got great accuracy, good enough armor, not fantastic. It's kind of like slightly lower armor Tiger II. Okay, let's move up. Use that 900 horsepower. Hopefully I can get to him before he reloads, and I can't. Was that guy... I wonder why that guy did that. Very much bizarre. I don't actually know what's going on at this point, but I am reaping the benefits. But, wow, that was very strange. I should have died and then some. And now we have this vehicle over here. Got that kill. What? How close? Whoa. This is just strange. So, I just had a totally unearned triple kill there. At least I would consider it to be unearned. It looks like that vehicle's right there. Was right there. Now I've got 7 kills. I am doing really well. Holy guacamole. We have another vehicle here. Let's see. Oh, that's, okay. Multi-strike. So, this is just bizarre. When it comes down to it, this vehicle, again, it's got great armament. I'm not even close to getting a nuke. 1,428 spawn points, really, for 8 kills? Isn't that a kicker? But maybe because 2 of those kills seem like they were lower BR vehicles. But anyways, so this has, when it comes to weaknesses, I would say for its BR, especially considering it's facing a lot of post-World War II vehicles, it doesn't really have the greatest armor. It's well angled. If you're in a down tier, the armor is perfectly good. But you really have to mind your angles with this vehicle. I'm just kind of getting stupid here, so I'm probably going to die. In fact, actually, I pretty fully expect I'm going to die here. So what I'm doing is strongly ill-advised. But when it comes to other weaknesses, I mean, its side armor is pretty mediocre. It's got a very good cannon, but its reload rate is a touch high. Well, you know, I really shouldn't say that. It's not that bad. But this does not have access to more advanced ammunitions, which kind of sucks, I guess, in some ways. We have an enemy here. Oh! And we have a T-26 E1 Super Pershing. Oh, it's a Locust. A mighty, mighty Locust. What is it with these low-level vehicles? I don't know. But, you know, strengths. This thing just has a ton of strengths. I mean, maybe it's kind of tough for me to think about the weaknesses on the go when I've got a good match like this. But, you know, ultimately, I mean, it's not a perfect vehicle by any means. Like I said, it's very similar to a Panther F, just, again, on steroids. It's not this amazing, perfect vehicle. The upper frontal plate, like, it's got... Ooh, I am that close to the enemy. It's got relatively thin armor. It's not got, like, you know, the best cannon in the world. You're going to be in up tiers a lot. So you have to remember that. So there are just a good amount of flaws with this vehicle that, even though they might not be immediately present or visible, they are definitely there. This is by no means a perfect vehicle. And I feel like I'm about to die. I don't know how the hell I'm alive through all of this. But that being said, let's just... I just want to show you, like, what the first gen night vision, like the earliest, lowest, or like oldest night vision in game looks like. So let's just get into that, but not too bad. 9 kills. Pretty damn good match. Pretty damn good, like, matches overall. So here we are in night. So there you go. It does not activate for the gunner, unfortunately. This is a driver-only system. And as you can see, it's actually very low powered. It's almost kind of like putting a green filter on. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's a very light, you know, or very weak night vision, but back in World War II, that gave a tremendous advantage. And it's just crazy that such a system existed. You know, like, seriously. It's just beyond me. But it also creates a huge, huge way for you to be able to see this thing over buildings and whatnot. So, you know, there's strengths and weaknesses to it. So, overall, though, very fun vehicle. I wish, again, that more people could have it. I'm going to hope that one day Gaijin brings it back, you know, like, permanently. But with that being said, thanks so much for watching. If you guys don't mind, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I want to see what you guys think about this in the comments below. Should I do more videos on rare or hidden vehicles? I'd like to know your opinions. But either way, thanks again, and I will see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.